to build a relationship where it's underpinned by trust. And therefore, what are a couple of things that you can do to make sure there is that trust?
Again, it comes down to getting to know the recruiter or salesperson or anybody in your relationships, right? The first thing and my first bit of advice I give to every recruiter, to be able to build trust, you need to get face to face with somebody, all right? You need to sit down, you need to have a coffee, have lunch, have breakfast, whatever it is, and get to know each other. I had a call this morning from a new client, and the first thing I said was, let's meet for a coffee. Let's talk about everything and get to know both you, get to know me and my business and how we operate, so that you can trust that you've got the right person. But on the other side, the recruiter knows and trusts the businesses that they're working with, so that they can then confidently talk to their candidate base about this amazing opportunity with this business. So to be able to build that level of trust, you have to get to know that individual. Unfortunately, and I see it a lot, the recruitment process, especially in some industries, has been lost in a way. There'll be a phone call from a client or even an email from a client saying, we need a X, Y, and Z. Here's the job description, go find them. And then the recruiter's job is to then try and find somebody that matches that job description. But there's no real understanding of the culture, the values, what that business, how they work, how they operate, so that then, you lose one side of it. So then when you're speaking to your candidate base, you're saying, oh, I've got a job for you. Here's the job description. Well, I can't tell you any more about it. And that happens more and more. Yeah. And that's why we see a lot of recruitment processes fail. You'll see people going into businesses and they'll not work out. And that's because there's not really been a process that's gone through where that trust has been built with a recruiter who they value. And, again, it's the industry has got to a point where one business will work with 5 recruitment agencies to go and find a job. And then it becomes about speed and not about value.
That's what's made me think. I wrote a piece. I know you read some of my media, but I wrote a piece on this. Blinkist, the app, right? It's a book app. As an author, I love the app. It has a place, but I'm also torn. Because I don't, the app, Blinkist.
I do, yeah, I do.
So it takes the Clifton Notes of books and puts it in 15 minutes. Now, I get it. I love it. It's got a place. But at the same time, as an author, my book's been edited. I've lost so many gems to get it to the 62,000 word version, to get it to the 15-minute with everything. But this is a trend, and ist is a tribe. Yep. We're Blinkisting everything, right? I'm a Blinkist. Make it quicker, make it faster, speed it up, because I've got so many other things. And as you're calling out there, it's people having the Blinkist mindset of trying to speed up the process. So surely then part of the value that you add as recruiters is no different than challenger sales, which is to challenge that mindset and actually encourage both to slow down, because without that, you're going to miss out on the real value of what your service provides. That's pretty much what you're describing, right?
100%. The best recruitment relationships that I see are exclusive partnerships where the client will engage in an individual that they trust, they rely on, that they know is going to reflect their brand in the market. And the best results will always come from that. If you try and dilute that and put a bit, if you're going to a recruiter and saying, okay, fastest finger first on who's going to get me the best CV, what's going to happen? You'll lose the quality, right? It's always going to happen. Is you'll lose the value in that recruiter going away, going through that long list, shortening that down, finding the perfect person. So the best and most successful relationships that I've seen from a recruiter and a client perspective has been ones where there's a genuine opportunity to sit down, discuss the role, discuss the opportunity, discuss the business, this culture, etc., and then actually give them time to go away and find that best person, rather than here's a job description, go. But unfortunately, there's quite a few industries that are like that now, and it's how do you change that? There's quite a few people within our circles in the recruitment world that are trying to change that, but it's become so ingrained that we've lost the true process of what recruitment actually is. And being a consultant, I say to my teams all the time, you are a consultant. They should be consulting you on all of these things. You're not a system to just send CVs to the opportunity that you think matches the most. It's
completely. That's not right. And I would say then that certainly, and I've been doing work around this, as you know, I would say to that, if there are recruiters in that sphere, then part of that is your own learning, which is learn to actually challenge that, learn to do that in a respectful way, in a healthy way, to be stronger in that relationship where you're the one controlling and steering that discovery. And it, rather than following suit, right? Because I think that's part of the problem is we get it, so we take it, and then we go off running, and now we're dancing to the theme of that song where we're not re-educating that that's not what we do. So I think sometimes I mean, we could talk about that concept for the whole session probably, but I think there's some deals not worth taking, right?
Absolutely.
Every deal, there's a walkaway point, and one of them is if a client's not going to be willing to play and do the things you know you need to tick off and mitigate risk for them and you, then it might not be worth taking it in the first place, right? So it's knowing 100%. Which ones to say no to.